Introducing toys into the bedroom can be hard, but
Lovehoney has you covered, so stay tuned.
we acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we record this podcast, the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation. We pay respect to elders past, present, and emerging.
Fuck parental guidance. This shit is MA 15 plus.
And it's with Maggie and Alex.
Back.
We're back.
Back in a big way.
Back in a big way.
Are you just copying
Are
everything
you just
I say?
copying? That's what Jagger does at the
Copying
moment.
me. No, do you know what? I realised something. It was a harsh realisation too. I've actually never made it past the limerence period, the honeymoon phase in any relationship.
Wait, how long is your longest relationship?
Longest would be like a year and a half, 2 years.
That you with Carson is your longest relationship.
Carson is my longest relationship.
Yeah, and then before him?
Oh, they'd be like 6 months here, a year here, a year and a half there.
Is there a through line to why we're getting to like that point and then going, no?
Well, I'm not sure. I think probably deep down I knew that I wasn't willing to put in any sort of work with those people because
They weren't worth it?
they weren't for me. Like perhaps I didn't actually see anything beyond that fun.
So when it got to a point that you were like, yeah, I'm not enjoying this.
Or like when the going gets tough, I'm like, peace.
When the going gets tough, Alex gets going.
Yes. Pretty fucking much. So Carson and I, we have been together for 2 years.
How's that going?
In October. We were 2 years in October. And our honeymoon period is well and truly over.
And this is usually the point where Alex will leave.
Yeah. And well, I kind of just like bail, like I run them. And like usually the other person is like left being very like blindsided or like what the fuck's just happened. And I'm like, well, look, it's just not for me anymore. So, and I really generally don't feel much. Like I haven't really felt much in the past. Like,
You disconnect.
yet completely. I do think that, you know, our relationship has been very much propelled in the sense of like we got together, we fell pregnant, we got engaged, we renovated our house, we went into business together.
It's been very full. Very
so jam
a lot has happened in a very short amount of time.
Yes. And so I've noticed like since we've started living in our rental and that we're not in our home, that I'm starting to feel just a bit like there's just like a bit of a
There's no spark.
yeah, like I still look at him and I'm like, I want to rip your clothes off.
Sex on a
And
stick.
like I'm still like I'm like madly in love with him and I know that, but it's like I feel like it's not reciprocated.
Oh, you feel like he's not.
Like I feel like he doesn't have those high highs anymore. Whereas I'm still like that.
You're chasing them?
Yeah, but he's not. And you know, he's had long-term relationships, 4 years, 6 years. So he has gone through the seasons.
Yeah, the comfortable.
Yeah, he's gone through, you know, the ebbs and flows of a relationship. So I think for him, he is like, well, this is normal. So why am I going to get myself like worked up or concerned about something that I know is just a stage in a relationship? Because when I've tried to talk to him about it, he's like, well, I'm happy. Like life's good. I don't understand. What's the problem? And I'm like, but I miss the excitement that we had for each other.
I think it's also you have to, when you're in a partnership with someone, you have to understand that it might not be a problem for you.
Yes.
But if it's a problem for your partner, then it is a problem for you.
And my whole thing is like,
But is he comfortable? He likes the comfortability.
Yeah.
Is that a word? I don't know, but yeah.
I think so. And he's also not like he's not naturally a romantic. He's not naturally someone that would, you know, do like a nice gesture or like a nice message or like it just doesn't naturally come to him to be that way.
Is that you wanting to feel wanted?
I think it's like I want to feel special.
Yeah.
Like I want to be made to feel a certain way. And I think my issue is that because I've never got past that stage, it's always been the highest of highs, I'm finding it really uncomfortable and difficult to sit in this new
normal.
Yeah, and this new stage of our relationship where, you know, it's not all like passion and fun and fiery and obsessed with each other and like, you know, it's like that's kind of changed. So I'm like, it almost makes me feel not insecure. I don't know what the word is. Like I feel like I'm missing something. Like I feel like something's missing. And I just don't know what that is. But I don't know if it's me.
Do you think it's something that he needs to give you or something that you need to give yourself?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Because sex is a big part of like your love language. Is physical touch your love language?
Physical touch and words of affirmation.
Okay. And does he know that?
Yes.
And does he act?
He's not great with words.
Okay.
But we're learning.
We're all learning.
We're learning. But like he's super like, he doesn't think that there's any sort of
problem.
Like
because you've come out of the honeymoon phase.
Yeah, and I think also the other thing is like it's a culmination of things of like now I'm in this role of being this mother and housewife, and he works till 7 and I'm at home with Max and Elijah, and he comes home, dinner's cooked, we go to bed. It's just like this routine that I'm bored, and I feel like everything's mundane at the moment, and I want to shake it up and I want it to be different.
But let's not run away this time, maybe.
Oh no, I'm not going to run. I don't have my runners on. I don't feel like it's like doom and gloom, like this is it.
No, but it's like a rut. You feel like you're in a rut.
Yeah.
And I don't think you've ever been in a rut before because there's never.
Never.
So Brad and I have been together for 13 years. We've encountered many a ruts. But I think you have to look at it in conjunction with what else is going on with your life. Like you have a 1-year-old.
Yes.
You're pregnant with your second. We've all just come through this whirlwind of like COVID. And you guys have gone like fast paced.
Oh, we have propelled.
Exactly. And now it's kind of like, it's like the dust is settling after a huge whirlwind. Would you like my advice?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I think you have to kind of settle into the rut and both see it and communicate that.
Lean into
the rut because the highs will come back. But sometimes it's actually kind of nice to just foster a friendship in the rut.
Yeah.
Or foster life and look at each other and be like, right now, life is crazy hectic. I've got my job, you've got your job. We're doing different things. It's okay right now that we're each other's teammates.
And because I think I put too much pressure on it as well.
Yeah.
Like I put too much pressure on how I should be feeling or how we should be feeling about each other, that perhaps I create something that is probably bigger in my own mind than what it actually is.
I do think though that there's something to say about Carson needing to acknowledge that you feel there is a problem, and maybe in his head he's like, maybe because it's not articulated in a way that he can understand, then it's like, well,
therapy. Maybe Gwen needs to articulate it for me. But it's like, for instance, I came here for a week by myself with Max, and I thought in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, we're going to be away from each other for a week. We haven't been away from each other for that long since we were first together. So in my mind, I'm like, we're going to miss each other. Like he's going to feel like he misses me. I'll feel wanted and special and needed and all that kind of fun stuff. But it's just kind of been like,
It hasn't happened.
yeah, it's just kind of been like,
Were you testing him, do you think?
no, but I just wanted to feel something. So that's why I went by myself.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted to see if I would feel something different to what I was feeling.
Do you? Do you miss him?
Yes. See, that's my thing. Like, I feel like I'm still the same.
And he's settled.
And he has settled before me.
Yeah.
We've like settled at different paces.
Yes.
Whereas I'm like still on the high.
I think it's all about communication. I really do. And I think that you have to both work at it to get it back. To get out of that rut, you've got to actually make it a priority. However, I really do think that like the season of your life that you're in right now of being pregnant with your second, having having a 1-year-old.
It's fucking hard, man.
Yeah. And I think you just kind of like.
It is a time.
It's that thing of like, we can have everything. We just can't have it all at once.
Yes. Yeah.
And it's okay that a relationship isn't exciting all of the time.
I think that's what I need to accept. I haven't got to this stage of, I think I need to sit in it and just be like.
Because you can get it back. You can absolutely get it back. But it's that thing of like, when you want something, you need to work on it. And getting it back, that spark could be going out on a date together. It could be trying something new in the bedroom. It could be buying.
Which the funny thing is we do stuff like that, but they're far and few in between, but they just feel different. Like things just feel a bit different at the moment. And I think maybe it's all the other elements of the external pressures of life that have made everything else kind of feel just a little bit different. Nothing.
No. Oh, it's hard because.
But it's interesting because that's why I want to talk to you about it, because I've not been in long-term relationships and like you and Brad.
Yeah, but ours ebbs and flows. Like it goes up, it goes down. Like
That's right.
we can like be really like into each other and have sex like 7 times in 3 days. And then we go through a month where it's like, oh, we should probably
Maybe we
make out, you know?
Just kiss me.
Yeah.
I'll see if I like it or not.
Let's have a look at this. But I think it's, for us, it's kind of like we're just riding the wave because we both know. It's like we both know we're in a boat together and we're riding the waves together, and it's okay because we're in the same boat.
Yeah,
and
I think that's what I
okay.
need to learn to do. I need to learn to ride the wave.
And I think you need to also
and be okay with whatever comes, like the feelings that
and
come
know
with it.
he's in the boat with you. And you got to paddle.
Cute.
You got to paddle each.
I'm not really good with water.
Okay, well, something else. A plane.
We're in the plane together.
One of the ranges I absolutely love from Lovehoney is their sex toy kits.
Yes.
Because they have a completely wild range, like the Wild Weekend Couples Toy Kit, and it is beginner friendly.
And also, you've got options for both of you,
Absolutely, you can explore together.
which makes it less daunting because you're doing it together.
And there's things for you both to enjoy. So in the Wild Weekend Couples Toy Kit, you've got a rabbit.
Yeah, and
a
there's
rabbit
also things
vibrator.
for like if you're wanting to explore some anal play. You've got like a nice little butt plug in there, some anal beads.
You've got some cock rings.
Yeah, I think it's just a great starter kit for people, you know, wanting to kind of up the ante in the bedroom.
Absolutely. And I think it's really important to note as well that when you're trying something new in the bedroom, no one's going to be perfect. There might be noises. There might be
there's always
laughter, you know,
noises.
and
Yeah.
you've got to kind of just like ease into it and be open-minded and just enjoy the space that you're in because it's new for both of you.
And that's what's so exciting.
Absolutely. And that is where the Wild Weekend Couples Toy Kit from Lovehoney comes in.
Well, you come to.
Recommendation time.
Oh, I love this one.
And I have one that it could go really well for you or it could not go well.
So it could be a recommendation or it could be not.
Yeah, so
Also
this is
not a recommendation.
I'm just going to like flag it. If you do it and it ends up bad, don't come for me. So I'm just going to I'm going to put that out there.
Come for me.
So I decided as I was scrolling Instagram, this ad came up and it was like, you can pay for a musician to write a personalized love song for your partner.
This screams Danos Direct. Do you also buy Danos Direct products?
No, but it looked really good. So I spent 2 hours filling in this like questionnaire after questionnaire.
How much is a song?
200 USD. Yeah, it's a gamble, guys. It did not pay off.
It's a chunk of
Yeah. So I was really excited because I thought this is a really cool gift. Like, it's so cool. Who's had a song written about them? You know?
I mean,
Brad has.
That's
That's the gift I am giving you. Anyway, so it dropped into my inbox and I was so excited and I listened to it.
So what's the process? Talk to me about the process. So
It's so many questions. It's like, you know, where did you first meet? Give us a story of like of you both. Describe your partner.
It's quite in depth.
It is in depth. You are giving quite a big snapshot of your relationship
To a lyrical genius.
Yes, and then you kind of get to pick, because I think they've got like hundreds and hundreds of artists for you to pick from, and you say like your top 3 that you want to create the song for you.
Yes.
So I listened to all of these people. It took, like I said, 2 hours.
Oh, so you
I was
actually
invested.
chose the artist. That makes it even more interesting.
I mean, I gave my top 3, and the person that did it was third. But I don't, like, he's obviously tried really hard. So I don't want
to preface.
Do you want to hear it? You want to hear some of it?
Of course.
Okay.
Our story began at Darwin Airport. When we locked eyes, our whole world changed.
There's a little bit more saxophone than I thought.
Yeah, it's quite it's a bit jazzy, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a banger. It's not a banger.
No. I'm actually quite taken back. And not in a way of awe, in a way of how the fuck did you think that spending that kind of money on this absolute dribble
Oh, that's a bit harsh.
would be?
It was the thought that counted. I really thought it would be a really good gift. And I really thought it was going to go really well.
Well, okay. Well, what was Brad's reaction to it? Was he just like overcome with emotion and like just could not get over this amazing bit
I
of music?
I was hoping for a big reaction. I put it on in the car and I pretended to just I've said to him like, "Oh, I need to film something for work." So I put my phone up so it could film his reaction in the car. And then I put on the song and Jagger's in the back and he's like, "I don't like this song." And I'm like, "Jagger, shush."
I am with Jagger.
Yeah, and it took about a minute until Brad was like, "Wait, like what is this song about? Like where did you get it?" And then he was like, "Oh, it's about us." And to his credit, he said it was really good. And then he's like, "Oh, can you send it to me?" And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, but I did realize that I have to pay an extra $50 USD to get it on Spotify."
Did you actually do that?
Not yet, but I think I will.
Why the fuck would anyone want that on Spotify?
Brad said he really liked the lyrics and he wasn't overcome. There was no tears. But he
is Brad maybe being polite?
No, I think maybe.
Because that
I tried.
burn it with fire. Burn it with fire, Maggie. Darwin Airport. Do you know what? I feel like I could give you a song myself.
I'll pay you 200 USD if it's any good.
No, seriously. I would like a voucher for Mecca or something because we don't have that where I live or like, you know.
Are you serious? You really think that you can do better than that?
Fucking oath. I'm so confident that I could. I'll spit rhymes. It won't be jazzy. It will be more like.
There's not going to be any saxophone?
No, there won't be any sax.
I mean, like I'm up for the challenge, but I do want to just say if you're listening, the man that wrote the song in
He's not fucking
America,
listening.
like I do thank you. I don't want to seem disrespectful and
But you know how they say don't quit your day job. Maybe quit your day job today. 'Cause fucking hell.
I mean, that was pretty good. Okay, so maybe I'm excited to see your version of our love song.
Okay, so is that a deal? If
I will get you a Mecca voucher.
I will do the love song, because you were saying to me, like, full disclosure, that you wanted to then get another song
I just
for
thought
that same price.
I just thought, well, maybe that was just a one-off. Like maybe the next one will be better.
I think you need to stop and pay me.
I just really wanted it to work.
I will bring all the love and romance to you.
I'm excited to see what you come up with then. Okay, all right.
Because I'm a hopeless romantic.
I will put a Mecca voucher on the table, and I promise you, I won't spend another $200 USD on us.
No, you won't, because I will no longer be your co-host if you start doing this shit. Anyway.
Your recommendation.
My recommendation is an app, actually.
Oh.
And it's called Quinn. And it's an erotica app. So it has various different kind of erotica stories. You can listen to couples having sex. You can listen to people masturbate.
So it's an audio app.
It is an audio app.
Is it visual or just audio?
Just audio. Okay, so I have given myself a full experience. So listening to Quinn, I will paint the picture for you in this voice. I have candles going. I also have like an incense going, like to start to create like a bit of a sexy smell.
Mm-hmm.
The lights are low.
They're dimmed.
AirPods are in.
Oh.
And I am listening to another woman masturbate while I am masturbating, so we are masturbating together. It is hot as fuck. It is one of the sexiest things I've ever done. I think I came in like 25 seconds. And it was too fast. And so I went back.
And you went again.
And I went again.
Okay.
It is like, it's like porn ASMR.
Yeah, right.
And it is so good.
See, I'm someone that when I watch porn, I have to watch it on mute because I don't like the sounds.
No, so this isn't like fake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do me.
I can't.
It is not like that.
It's the sounds, yeah.
And like the balls.
Yeah, the sounds upset me.
The balls.
The sounds really,
against
I
the
can't.
ass.
And then sometimes
And
even
like the grunting of
yeah,
men.
the
Do you like that? Do you like that?
and yeah, the
Oh yeah.
I can't. It puts me
Yeah,
off. I'm
it
like,
is.
I'm not quite sure what's
so
happening.
it is totally not like that. It is like very soft. Like it would be like,
So give me what you heard. Give me like a sound bite.
okay, so it's like, and then you can also hear obviously the flicking of the bean a little bit because there's lube, so you can hear like a little bit of that, but not too overbearing. And oh my god,
All right, wait. You do that, and I'll do the flicking of the bean.
Okay.
Ready, go.
oh my god, oh my god. We should make, oh my god,
Our own app.
we will make our own fucking app. Yes, bitch, that is us. We're gonna make millions of dollars because you can do that part, and I will do the words.
Pregnant with baby number 2. 3.
3.
Ah.
I was like, hang on, that doesn't sound right. 3.
3.
Third.
I think in my
child.
mind I'm like 2 under 2.
Two small children,
And
one
an
big child.
Not adolescent.
Is 12 adolescent, and then it goes to 13. I'm like, teenagers.
Teenager. In my mind I'm like adolescent is teen.
No, I think it's adolescent and then teenager. Anyway,
Anywho, names and not first names.
I was gonna say I can't disclose my name. I can give you some of my favorites.
Have you ever had someone steal one of your names?
No, but I could potentially be stealing one of my friends. Controversy. So they've already had their baby, and it was on high up on my baby list. But they've got a boy and it's my girl name.
Hang on, wait. They've used the name?
They've used their name for their son.
Yeah, and you want to use
but
it.
I want to use it for my daughter if
How
I have.
how close are we? Is this like an acquaintance of? Is this?
Oh no, we're really good friends.
Has that been discussed?
Yes.
And it's.
Oh,
and-
she's fine.
Oh, okay. I think
Yeah.
that's fine.
Yeah, she thought it would be really cute if there was like two Bob. Oh my god, I was about to
We can edit that out. Edit it out. Edit it out.
bleep it out.
Live exclusive. But that's actually because my daughter Noah and one of my best friends Yaz, she's got a son called Noah.
Yeah, cute, but it's spelled differently.
Yeah, he has a
A
H
on the
and Noah
end.
doesn't.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm thinking last names. Because you're engaged,
yes,
your last name is Nation,
yes,
which is your maiden name.
correct.
Because you changed your name when you got married
No,
the
so
first time.
I was Porter. I was Alexandra Porter for all of 5 months. 6 months, maybe.
So you were born Alex Nation.
No, I was born Alexandra Denise Marilyn Nation McGurgan. So
That's a whole podcast episode in itself.
it's a mouthful.
All right, so let's skip forward though.
Mm-hmm.
Your last name now is Nation.
Mm-hmm. Well, technically it's Nation McGurgan.
Okay, if we want to get technical.
Mm.
What is
Jory is Carson's last name.
Jory?
Max is Maxwell Jory. And this will be whatever name Jory.
Okay.
That's they will have his
Why?
last name. I don't know. Actually, to be honest, I actually never thought about the last names and if they were going to be Nation or Jory. It naturally just gravitated to.
Was it a natural gravitation because of societal norms, or was it just
I love my last name. So when we get married, I'm not sure I'm going to change my last name. The only reason I would want to is so I have the same last name as my children, but I don't have the same last name as Elijah anyway either. But I love, because it'll be like Elijah Porter, Maxwell Jory, such and such Jory, Alex Nation and Carson Jory. Like it's a real mixed bag, and I don't think it really matters because we're family.
Yeah.
Like I don't think the name really matters, but if we get married, Carson and I have spoken about how, like, why would you give up Nation? I mean, it is technically Nation McGurgan.
But was there a discussion with Carson, with Max, as to it was never a discussion?
It was never something I felt like I had to discuss. It was just,
It's just he's going to have your last name.
and we never had like the like it was never like, oh, if it's a boy, it's going to be Maxwell such and such Jory. It was like when he was born, it was just Maxwell Keegan Jory, and that's just how it happened. It wasn't something that was this thought about. I don't know. Maybe it's maybe I just felt like it was tradition. I'm not sure, because your children
Mine have my last
have
name.
your last name.
Yeah, so I haven't changed my name since getting married.
Mm.
I've still got my maiden name.
Mhm.
And my kids have my last name, and they have Brad's last name as part of their middle name.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know that. So what's the name?
So it's Jagger Joel Rossborough Chrétien. So Jagger is his first name, Joel Rossborough are his two middle names, and then Chrétien is his last name.
But what's Rossborough?
Brad.
Is that Brad's last name?
Yeah.
So it's not a hyphenated last name.
No.
It's two middle names.
And the reason I didn't do hyphenated is because mine's technically hyphenated,
right.
and it just
It's
on
a nightmare.
paperwork it's
Oh,
hard.
Trust me,
And
preaching to the choir.
yeah, and it's like it's a whole thing. So, well, technically, I have different last names than my children, but they're Chrétien, and we had that discussion.
Yeah, I was going to say, so what was the discussion?
So before we got married, I'd already said I'm not going to change my name. I'm one of three girls. I really like my name, and I never saw a need to. For me, I was ridiculed by some friends quite badly.
For not taking...
His last name.
Really?
Yeah. Even to my face, it was someone had said to me, "Why are you even getting married if you're not going to take his last name?"
Really?
Yeah, it was kind of awful.
That's horrendous.
I think that's why I'm probably passionate about asking the why, because for me, I don't care like what you choose to do with your kid's last name.
yeah, that's up to you. That's totally your business.
Exactly. And that doesn't affect me in the slightest. I just come from a place of I wish that we were in a world where it wasn't just a norm and women knew they had a choice.
Yeah, for their children to have their name or to keep their last name if they choose to get married.
Because Brad and I have been at dinner with a certain couple where it came about in discussion that I wasn't going to change my name, and he turned to his partner at the time and said, if you weren't going to change your name when you got married, we wouldn't be fucking together. Yeah, it was not a good dinner. It was not a good dinner. So I think, and the kids, the
Are you
reason
still friends with these people? Please say no.
no comment.
Okay.
You were warned. But thanks for listening to MA15 Plus.
Now you can send your burning questions to hello@ma15plus.au.
We want to hear from you, so please subscribe and leave a review wherever you listen to this podcast.
Maggie, did you know the longest relationship I have ever had is actually with Lovehoney?
I mean, no, but it makes sense to me.
Now, if you want to check out our spicy recommendations, please go to the show notes.
Yes, or any products that we have recommended, they will be at lovehoney.com.au/MA15PLUS. You can thank us later because you will be buzzing, you will be wet, it will be wild.
You'll just be a very, very, very happy person.
And happiness is what we're about.
And maybe